So finally you came. Why didn't you tell me? I asked while walking towards him after I saw him sitting alone on a big rock near the river. But this man didn't answer, not even glance at me. So after reaching him, I asked, "What are you doing?" Something so forbidden, maybe a sin? I frowned in fake disgust with the pout. Can't you talk in human language? His gaze was still there where he was staring from the very first. Confused, I followed his gaze and moon. A bright smile appeared on my lips and I excitedly sat down beside him. Don't you have your own? Confused, he looked at me. Should I? Yes, everyone get the one. Let me show you mine. I took out my phone from my pocket and showed him the screen, but he laughed a little after seeing that because I made him see the front camera of my phone. While I admired his laughing face with a warm smile. Why it feels so good when he laughs, like this world is full of happiness, no pain, no sorrow, heaven, right? Only one moon, and beside your love or parents, how can a friend become the moon? Exactly. I sat staring into his eyes with the all love I have for him. So maybe he can see it, see that love I carry for him in my heart, in my eyes. I'm not being too much divine. While saying this, he moved a little closer to my face, staring into my eyes intensely, which did nothing but increase my heartbeat. Still, I tried to play cool. Are you saying it is the first time you and Jungkook? I sat and got the lump in my throat, still staring into his dark eyes, and he moved back, making a good distance between us. While my heart was still pounding against my chest, he didn't see it. He again didn't see it. I looked down, taking a deep breath, but didn't let my smile go away. What you want, why? Shocked yet confused, I looked up at him where he was already looking at me. What you want your moon to do for you? Huh? I'm accepting this day of mine as yours. Today you made me do this all. Tell me now what you want me to do. There is still some time to end of this day. We still have some time to go back. I chuckled. A hot belly dance. Yes, really? Saying this, he started tickling me. I was almost tearing up, but he was not ready to leave me, so I ran away from him, laughing out loud. Wait, we are not done yet, he said as he started running behind me, while I was running without caring about anything, but tripped over something which made me fall down on my knees. Careful, are you okay? He ran to me and started checking me out worriedly, while I was secretly smiling, looking at his worriedness for me. Are you hurt some? Uh-oh, he caught me and shook his head in disbelief. Silly girl. Yeah, why are you always call me silly? Because you are. Saying this, he got up and started walking away. When at least he could help me to get up. Never mind. I got up by my own and jumped to him and stood in front of him. Stop. I am not. Saying this, I started tickling him, but it was not affecting me. Still, I didn't stop. And after a while, when a laugh came out of his mouth, he held both of my hands. Look, it's effective. That means you were trying to not laugh, right? Saying this, I jerked my hand from his soft grip and again started tickling him, while laughing out loud on my own. Wine, stop. Wine. Okay, wait. Listen. When he said this, I stopped just to listen to him. Mine was, I never back off. 1, 2, 3, he said, going backwards, looking at me with his mischievous smile, and after counting, run away. I too ran behind him. Jungkook, he literally ran very fast. Jungkook, he was really fast that he managed to look at me time to time. Jungkook, what the heck? Now he stopped running and was teasing me while giving me a chance to catch him and suddenly back away. And I'm tired. I'm sweating a lot and breathing heavily. My legs are giving up. I can't. I sat on my knees and started taking deep breath, hitting on my chest while asking for water. Soon I saw him coming near me, and when he too kneeled down in front of me, caught you. in mind. I got you. Deep sigh. Say it. I'm telling you, don't back off. I said, showing him my index finger while he held it, keeping it down and gestured me to say by eyes. If it was true that today I could get whatever I want from him, then I'm ready to risk it all. Who am I to you? What do you really think about me? What is in your heart for me? Something I can feel but not able to see in your eyes. A deep silence filled in our surroundings, melting with the sound of water waves and breeze, while my soul and heart was beating repetitively against my chest, scared if you could hear it. After asking the question I was dying to know, I felt how the weight of years of anxiety took away from my heart, while he was just staring at me, maybe taking time to understand what I said. When finally his magical, raspy voice, more than a whisper, showed in every cell of my body. Who you are to me. A true and innocent best friend I can ever get in my life. You have a magical power to make me smile at any moment. Or you are the reason why I smile in my all hectic day. You are my happiness. What do I really think about you? I may call you with many more names which are not the positive ones. My behavior is cold towards you, or sometimes angry too, but fortunately it's always your fault. But that's not what I really think about you. You have a pure soul. You have all the qualities of an angel. I never saw a girl like you. You are always true to yourself. That's what I like the most about you. Maybe someday you will think that others are much better than you. But my silly girl, never forget. They all are the beautiful light, greedy for the attention of this world. Know your worth. I wish if once you could see your vision by my eyes, you will only find the blooming flower all around. Sometimes shining under the coolness of moonlight, sometimes shining under the warmth of sunlight. And that's what you provide me. And what is in my heart for you? You are clumsy, stubborn, lazy, crybaby, too innocent for this world. Means stupid. He laughed. But that's okay. No one is perfect in this universe. But when someone accepts us with all our good and bad, we become perfect. And you are perfect. Because I accept you with all your good and bad ones. You are always enough to be mine. He paused and just stared at my eyes, which were glossy after listening his priceless words, but still my heart was longing for a word, love, that was missing. Chanko, you said everything. Please, now don't leave it here. Say it. And you are my silly girl, lazy dog, my piggy. And that's it. That's it. He nodded. Smiling, we stared at each other's eyes while I was lost in his eyes with a pressing pain in my heart, but come back to my sense when he said, "Time's up. Now we can leave. Let's go. It's gonna be a long drive." He said as he helped me to stood up and started walking away, but this time intervening our hands, taking me with him. While I was just looking down and there was no more smile on my face. Maybe because he said everything except the one I want. After some time, but the night was still going on. After 2 hours of driving, we reached her mansion. Tired, she was sleeping on a seat. While I stared at the mansion in front of me, in which I am prohibited to step inside by her dad. Like why? Was there time for it? As much as I stared, the whole anger of years of sorrow was igniting fire inside me, but the tiny sleep movement caught all of me till the heart. Glancing at your friendly figure tucked in my dark brown coat when I will say you are so tiny that you're gonna fight with me to the hell you want. After coming out of the car, I carefully carried her in my arms and stepped inside with the ticking sound of my shoes. While too late to face that, bodyguards bore down at us. And here is our owner of this mansion as expected. But I didn't care to even spare a glance at him, which will definitely hurt his ego. I keep going. When reaching the stairs, I felt his gaze on my back. And I bet if he could have shot me with his eyes, I would have been shedding blood till now. I laid her on the bed and comfortably tucked her under the duvet before taking my coat back and wall, but realized it was already melting on her skin. Silly girl, I said, taking off the coat and throwing it on my shoulder while the smile was never left from my lips, and with a last glance of her, I left. My shoes ticking sound on the stairs echoed in the hallway, making me aware of my arrival. I hope you are out of your sense for doing this. Jungkook, when I'm talking, I should on me. He yelled, and I held in myself. So you wanna talk? I didn't turn around and yell back. Your precious diamond more than anyone, which you don't afford to lose, at least in this life. I turned around facing him completely and said directly, looking into his eyes, "Come to give you back." And leave me speechless with his so-called anger. I make my way outside of his fucking mansion. It's not like Mr. Lee doesn't like Jungkook, it's just he doesn't like Jungkook to be with wine. And Jungkook, he has his own reasons to hate him. I mean, why will not he?